So I wanted to take the opportunity uh, because I managed to do some matches that were against Reaper in legendary rank match, and I wanted to take the opportunity to show how to kite a Reaper or give tips as to kiting Reaper. Uh, Many people have problems against Reaper, and there's many reasons for this. So I'll try to explain a little bit of the gameplay, as well as give you tips along the way. So here I noticed that Gabby was telling us or telling me that the hunter was following him. So I started transitioning away from Shack, the small house. Seeing your messages, your team's messages, is very important. And we were all playing together. And I'm not gonna blur the hunters' names because not only would it be hard since I recorded it this way, I don't want to in any way say that they're bad rippers, bad hunters. We all have bad days. I don't even know how he teleported to me. That was literally such a lucky, teleport. Like he didn't even see it move. He just teleported there because he was having problems with first officer. So it was a good move from him after all. But so I believe he has peepers, and that's not that big of an issue, except the fact that he hit me here. But here I'm trying to use my speed boost from the pallets. I only have a speed boost from pallets because my build usually consists of being able to save, so tight turner, and I only have a boost up until the pallets, the pallet area. So I'm just trying to kite, trying to buy time. You need to look back behind you, and it's very important to look behind you because you're gonna see the rippers, trying to predict your every move, and then try to use their foggy blades in order to hit you. So here he could have maybe hit me in the when I was in the window, but he didn't take the chance. And then the pallet, the foggy blade went a little bit too much into the left. So this is a really bad spot right now for me. And even though I'm doing this kite with a prospector, you can do this with any other character. It's always a matter of knowing how to kite and your kiting style. So always keep distance. Ripper requires for them to not only when they get invisible, they're you would almost say they're OP, but the fact is that if you manage to make them break pallets to jump windows then you can basically see them all the time and they're slower. So here I knew he would use the foggy blade. Prospector jumps the windows pretty quick, so I can jump and be safe. And that's basically the way to go. You need to keep distance, look behind you so that you can evade the foggy blades, and always tell your teammates what's going on. The hunter's near me, or the hunter has changed targets, beware, or help me, or I'm injured, seeking for immediate help. Since he teleported to priestess, to ghost.list, you can check her channel out if you want. Since he teleported there, I went ahead, tried to decode and help my team, while at the same time get healed as soon as possible, because being healed, will help me save list later, or it will help me kite later in the match. The problem that Ripper had was that this team composition, for example, if you look at it, it's a first officer, gravekeeper, prospector, and a priestess, all very good kiter, characters. They can all last very well against hunters in a way. So the hunter can only the only way the hunter can actually down people is by being smarter than them. And so if you manage to outsmart the hunter even just a little bit, you can actually gain time, and you're actually able to do things better. So here I didn't know where the hunter was properly, So here, that's why I'm looking like in the wrong direction. I have the pop, and because I was seeing the messages from the team and everything, and so every time look at your messages, know that they're decoding, but they were like 90%, for example, and then suddenly the team is like, oh, the hunter's near me, so someone has to go there and finish that cipher, or finish the pop, because we're gonna need it, people need the cipher pop. So here, you're gonna notice that the hunter will teleport here, and I maybe could have gone through the gate, but I will decide not to, because I didn't want to get hit specifically by the hunter. So I decide to just go back kite. It also gives my team more time, more time. So the more time, the better. Using my magnets, depending on what character you are, you're gonna use your abilities in order to help yourself. So Ripper, being so quick and invisible, you need to make him throw break pallets and things like that. So you always need to be very wary of the hunter in the first place. So here I'm trying to just arrive, but I wasn't able to. I was like, body block for me, you little bitches, or something like that, but they already had used their ability, so they couldn't. But that was a GG, and I let them actually like put me on the share, because he or she deserved it. I didn't want to be toxic at all. I only kite, and I get hyped, and I sometimes do emotes, but I don't want to be toxic or mean to the hunters. We all deserve respect. So always respect your hunters, even if you 5 cipher kite them, even if you 3 cipher kite them, even if you only 1 cipher kite them. Always have respect for your hunters and your survivor friends. I'm gonna have to blur those messages, because I wasn't paying attention when I was recording, so I have to actually delete them or blur them. So I knew it was a Reaper, and you could have guessed it already. So this was like 2 Reaper matches in a row, and they kind of wanted to find me for some reason, or to kill me. And it's basically the same composition, except that the Ripper blocked Priestess for some reason. This small map, yeah, a Priestess can be annoying, but having a prisoner is actually worse, in my opinion. So it's better to block either prisoner or block mercenary. That gives you a better way to deal with them. So here I get hit, but even though he would start chasing immediately, I managed to make the magnet work in my favor. And always never feel guilty or bad about being hit so early. The first hit doesn't mean anything. All you need to be able to do is to kite, and kite long enough. And if anything, feel glad when hunters hit you so early. They don't want to leave you. They can't get away from you. And that's like a natural instinct of hunters, because what happens is, when you hit somebody so early, you're like, oh, this one's easy to kill. And when they manage to kite longer than you imagined, then you already lost the game. So here in this match, even though I only managed to kite for about when 1 cipher was done, it doesn't mean that it's game over. We can always win the match anyways, as long as you are able to save properly. So this is always, I'm gonna look good. I can look good in this match, but the fact is that the ones that make this possible is the team composition and the teammates in the first place. They help me look good in the first place. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to win in the first place. So always, be wary and understand that your teammates help you. Decoding is hard at times. You can say this is part of the game, but the fact is, if you don't know how to when to stop pitching around, and when to start kiting, you're gonna have a really bad problem. So here I go straight, and I managed to hit him for some reason. Maybe his arm was still inside the pallet or something. Sometimes the hitboxes are kind of strange with hunters and the pallets. So you know, even I was like, oh, that's bullshit. Like even as a survivor, I was like, oh, that's so bullshit. So here I managed to see him get close to the window, so I knew he had a foggy blade, and that's why I tried to evade it. Even if I don't know if I'm not sure whether that foggy blade can actually hit you, but me keeping him with magnets all the time allows me to see him constantly, and that's what helps me win the game in the first place. So here I'm trying to do something more unorthodox, and I kind of fucked up because I didn't want, like, I didn't like notice he I didn't notice he what do we call it I didn't notice he was able to what was it? Oh, I didn't notice he broke the connection between the ciphers, but I knew the cipher was almost done, or close to being done, and I knew my teammates would come and help me because we were very well synchronized with each other. The hunter wasted his foggy blade. He should have not wasted it that soon. But just think about this. I have Tide Turner, and it's the one who's gonna come here with me is it's the mercenary. And mercenary is really OP at saving at the end of the match, especially like right now at this point of the match. So here I'm jumping. I'm like, oh, so you want to hit me with a foggy blade? And I start jumping back and back, and I notice he has his foggy blade, and I know he's gonna try to use it, but I'm like, you're either gonna give me a terror shock or the foggy blade's gonna hit me. So the foggy blade hit me, but even if the foggy blade hit me and threw me into the ground, when they popped the cipher, the last cipher, I don't have a foggy blade trail, so that means I won't make him invisible again anytime soon. Now here you're gonna notice or see that, oh, he's able to kill Ghost.list a little bit quicker than me. And the thing is, and that's nothing. There's nothing bad about that. The only thing that we always have to keep in mind is there's always somebody who's a little bit easier to kill in the match, and this is how I kite Reapers. Generally, with a Prospector, is easier. It's actually better because you can keep taking them out of their invisibility. But as you use other survivors, I would recommend throw every single pallet you have whenever you can that you won't get hit by a foggy blade, and look behind you so that you can actually evade the foggy blades. And even if I don't evade them all, it doesn't make me perfect. Thanks for watching.